Top of the stadium
for early December. It's freezing up here.
Schmidt fighting the mist.
Say both teams, no batting practice. I have game time. First pitch, 1 out.
It's part of a split admission doublehead. And he will take a strike. The rain out came at a good time that day.
Right now, the Rays are as hot as they're. The rain out where you can postpone a game for
games. And struck.
A little challenge here.
And Arando.
Well, it's confirmed.
If I'm a hitter, I mean, that is so close. Corner.
Yeah. I mean, that is. And so now the Rays down.
Get through the first inning, but when you look at extremely important when those guys are leading off.
Weathers. Grounded up and off. A 90
there. He's the big power hitter.
Here is Ryan Valade. Good numbers on the season for Valade to get starts against lefties like this.
Time and time again, Ryan, you're kind of reminded from the tunnel right outside the way. Huge.
Yeah.
Like yeah, without a helmet on, you could tell, you know.
It's off first, the 1-2. Fouled, struck out.
Is high 260s, 266.
Exactly. And that one. The 2-2. Tap here.
Breaking ball there and a good one. That
pitch of the at bat upcoming. The 3-2. He's having another really strong season.
Top of the list. Get this, since 2021, low rider. You're probably a little young for this. His career 1.03 ER. Look, fastball. You've seen a few of them. You don't know low rider?
No, low rider. Like, I'm a huge Beatles fan. I didn't catch
it anymore.
All right, another.
Tampa has 1 challenge left.
One offensively in the top of the first. Chandler Simpson, the car shield, as per usual, and rips that to left field. That will end. Left center is final at bat on Friday on Chandler Simpson, who had to go retrieve.
You see, last year he was below average.
Rice rips that to right. Boy, Aaron Judge just a 2-game set because of the rain line out from Rice to end.
You never see Aaron Judge. Really, and you've got the numbers, Ryan. All right, nobody's on. Maybe there's 2 outs.
Right, maybe he's thinking he was hitting third and there was 2 outs. No.
I mean, that wasn't even a good throw.
Valade the whole time. It's
well hit by, was at the right fielder. And it's the wind's blowing.
I know, Paul, you had to leave the.
So my last thing is if it's freezing, it's really cold.
I mean, look at that turned. And it's a double.
You hit the ball so square that it kind of knuckles. You have height under the ball for him to relocate in the game, and Weathers thinking the same.
And again, this is an error, and then one play that could have been made in the Tampa Bay 9-1 Yankees. Those 4 games have been decided by a.
The only problem is you can't. I mean, it's what happened last year. They lost the tie, getting beat up by.
Weathers just looked sharp early. 2-pitch coming from Weathers. Swing and a miss. 2 away.
Changeup so much more effective. Modern to the plate to really cover off.
After he had hit 131.
Hit like 130.
Yeah.
And he is a solid major league player.
A 4-seamer less. It's tracking it, makes the catch.
Cole was pleased with his performance. Said it's a normal recovery. The arm comes to Garrett Cole. Now Cole, so he will pitch on regular Schlittler. Then Cole.
Garrett Cole wasn't the only. As Bellinger flies up with Fried as well. Little information.
After it opened today, to see if he could progress to throwing. And so he was using his glove to try to throw. This road trip to Kansas City and Sacramento. Imaging on his cap this week. If it should be too much longer.
Same thing when. You said where, when those guys.
Gold. The majors in batting average against with right-handers since the start of last season as Goldschmidt. Day for a chance at a profit boost of your odds for today's players.
Versus how many times the ball is challenged. I've called you Michael.
That's right. That's run down your head. Say on Friday. 1-1. Chisholm grounds that into right field at base.
Left field. Foul pole where he didn't.
There goes Chisholm.
That's their game, putting pressure on the defense.
Turn on Friday. from the Kansas City. And the 1-2. Grounded weakly up the middle. Williams across the top. And Caballero is out. So it off in the city yesterday.
Yeah. Time I got home from the weight room. So I got a ticket to the Lion King. I take a picture. I won't tell anybody in the ring. Do that stuff. And I saw
Williams. And you spent Diaz, Aranda, and Caminero.
Dead, Ryan. Now you got Diaz, Aranda pregame saying nobody has stolen a base on his whole career to get him.
Boy, this is a couple of times. And now,
I mean, anytime you got a leadoff runner on, Diaz, Aranda, and Caminero.
11th pickoff.
Weather's great move, and Max Fried.
Yeah. Hop will toss it in, and
he always been got up into the 20s last year for Diaz.
Challenge
last year, so they knew.
Off our team, he ended up missing 2 months on July 31st, weekend of the season, and so I was healthy, end the year on a good.
They weren't in the playoff hunt. Self. It's a great start, like he has.
And in the field, Diaz.
Well, it certainly was. This ball's hit hard. Double play, but kind of an in-between hop too. It wasn't a short hop.
As the next 2 batters have reached, he singled his first time up.
5 last year with 110 RP Yankees.
6-4. He's against Rasmussen, and you know, in the majors by a lot. Hard, often, and there you go.
Caminero hits it hard on the ground. You're going to get that double. I mean, he is the. Just kind of looking right field. The lead is going into the seats.
Yeah.
Three fastballs. The cutter, the four-seamer, and the.
Homered yesterday. Round. Aranda will make. He didn't homer yesterday, Paul. Maybe he went to the American. Do we know what doll your granddaughter picked?
My daughter's 30 now. So I guess about
kids that pop up, man.
I don't think they.
I'm sure you get roped into.
By you get 2 quick outs, like you said.
Grounded. Is on. Started to get a little fortune. Here's another one.
Reaction. He expects to make this play. He's probably leave your feet and have to throw against you. There's no indication that knee's by
15 in the first.
The last out up in the air was a line drive to center field.
Aaron Boone was talking about that with that things look some balls hard at people. Said it felt different. He usually is reticent to do so.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, for years and years, right?
1 now on Judge. Judge challenges. The MLB average is 47. Mullins fighting the win, makes the game today. Yankees will head to Kansas City. Pounces.
You see Sim wanting, but they changed left as well.
That is looped into left. Bellinger right. In the second.
If you got no win.
Fastest home to first time. Throws high. Goal.
When you just basically you're playing for second.
Rice dumps it up the middle. Walls makes it.
Just makes it look easy, and that's all. Of his pitches.
And Paul gave you these numbers early. In opponent OPS. It's top 10 in base. Down in right. Hey, let's check out one of today's player. Most amazing though, Paul, was that career 1913.
I think you'd have a hiccup along the way somewhere, and continues to pitch the way he.
Career here. There goes Bellinger. Throws out another.
But you got a little wet track knee there. Continue to press the issue.
This series 5 for 3-0.
I'm sure he's putting a lot of work. The numbers don't lie about stealing bases.
And Goldschmidt, there's Chisholm. games, a .441 batting average. It's with 2 outs here and a man on.
Wearing Giancarlo Stanton's pants, using hose. Hadn't opened yet. Caballero was nowhere to be up. Looked over and was like, "Whoops!" Everybody.
Yeah. Soriano, he came up to me once. I used a really heavy bat,
And he was no
using your bat. There's another thing about going. 4 of them are just pearls. You take one of those. Don't take one of my pearls.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them just have that good grip.
Another good start from West. It's allowed. You know, I thought it was time.
Gonna
Get a dozen bats or so or whatever.
just have perfect grain on them, wide grain. Those are the ones that were kind of off hard wood, you know.
Yeah. Coming down from third, makes the catch.
Box of bats, you just can't wait to open it. Handles are off a little bit, but you get so accustomed. Went on, they felt like they got tired, or everybody.
I didn't know if you were going specific or suspicious. Was going to his box of bats.
Your bat feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Sorry, stay with your bat. Oh, there's a strike. Today to the 9-hitter Williams and now the 8-hitter Walk, which proved to be huge. Because
Concentrate even more on those innings to get guys off as Caminero, but with the walk to Williams.
take a beating, but it just feels like Austin Wells. The Rays, Weathers and Rasmussen yesterday, so the bullpens
Combined.
man is, you know, this as a hitter to just go up there and not be
Wrong, but you know, you're trying to watch. Once in a while, you're expecting to strike out, and every once in a while, I look out. You know, something. You talk to yourself over at bat. It's this at bat, and sometimes this pitch, you really have to start breaking.
as he's down on strikes.
Hitting out to his front side, really, it's out, and then that bat has when it's down and away like that was. Front shoulder and front hip kind of ball.
Well, Mullins hangs with it through the wind.
Yankees getting out of here, heading to Kansas City.
Go Paul O'Neill, Meredith Marakovic.
You like postpone Memorial Week?
You're in New York this week. 9
Few seasons here this week.
That's right. A 1-2 from Weathers. They long.
Yeah, they put suspicion is making it look easy.
The 1-2. Sirs.
Yeah, to use that breaking ball.
An arrow grounded into a double in third, 1 out. That he has grounded into since the start of. Grounded into 31 double plays. That was
45 home runs and 110 RBI.
2-2 in 1984.
He's a great hitter. He was with the Guardians, traded and not pitching anymore, and all of a sudden this.
Yeah, when Tampa makes a trade. Makes the catch. USAA in honoring our on all of our minds. Top of the 6th. And struck out, grounded out.
He's kind of a cross.
Smoked with a tip. The 2-2. The lead is a 2-out base runner. Simpson with 19 infield hits this season.
Work out. I mean, you get an out here, then you're kind of taking his speed away too. And we talked about it. I mean, you don't have to. You know, his only home run to date.
Tap to second. Chisholm charges. Tosses 2 today. Thereafter is it bats. Yeah.
Aaron Judge, you know that. I mean, it's taking no runs, none.
Has been doing his job. Grisham is on to lead off the 6th.
Hard. It looked like it actually was kind of popped up. Took any play.
Night for Grisham. 2 hits today. 15 and then flew out to 2-0. Yankee. The 2-0. Judge now in his career 16 games. The 2-1.
Longest homers streak 6.
Well, if he got to 50 this year, he'd become the first player. 2-2. In the dirt from Fortes, but homerless streak. Judge is still on pace for 3-2. Judge hits it hard right to third. Caminero on that little scoot to the DP.
That's a smart pitch to get him on the ground. The ball was hitting out, and it turns into a double play.
Grisham not going to second on throwing it at home.
Yeah, you might be right. He's kind of, but it certainly did.
Rice rolls it up the middle. Walls cover so much. Weathers falls behind 2-0. Just in time for first pitch. 2:45 start.
You know what? I was a little bit. It was amazing because it was pouring down courts, and they figured it was
3-1. Broken back move for the shallow left center.
Having three types of from a right-handed hitter, it really does master one, and that's kind of the nature to pick up, and as
two seam usage.
And strikes with the changeup.
Fastballs. Rasmussen as with the cutter, the four-seamer. And so if I can throw you three shapes at that point.
Yeah, it's a big part of the run over again. And as a left-handed hitter, you just start to cover that pitch away where you rocking back and forth.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
He has put up some great.
Roll to second.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Hendry. And the one thing
deep to left, yeah, off the wall
in the ballpark. It's him to see. To shoot, he really stays. If he ends up getting another at bat without this game.
Judge on the run. In a season where you're 20s Valade, who's 0 for 2 Yanks and Rays. Picking up a little bit. Could tell from the mist coming. This bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens Make Out.
But he kind of hurdled.
And now you crack through against Kevin Kelly after he is out.
Good game. So it's coming down to the bullpen. To the Rays, 3 out.
Bednar off the Yankee bending hand. Slams a single to center.
The ball. See how he's behind the ball here. You're a defensive player in the infield. You got a mistake because he'll beat it out. And Tim Hill, sideward spin. That's where you got to get that. Forte's not used to they Rays, and you don't see a lot offensively. 180
out here. Palacios up.
Option. You've got a lefty on left.
1-1. He's the one on Friday night. Here, Yankees swing and 2. Ball full.
There, and again, it goes back to the. Haven't seen anything inside.
Career walk-off home run. Kelly deals to Judge. Judge is in the air. Deep right field. Way back. Walk-off homer.